It's now 23 minutes past 8. A UK-based AI company has announced the first AI model capable of replacing faulty genes and reprogramming cells for therapeutic use to create a host of treatments for cancer and inherited disease. The hope that machines, that computers can treat things, can find treatments for things quicker than human beings. I've been speaking to the man behind this, the co-founder of Basecamp Research, Dr. Oliver Vince. I asked him what he hoped his research could do.
We're hoping we can develop medicines much faster and much more effectively than humans can ever do by using computers.
So the computers, AI in other words, will be able to do what that doctors, that scientists, that people in labs can't currently do?
So at the moment, scientists and labs do an amazing job. But unfortunately, the vast majority of drugs, molecules that are invented do not actually make it to patients. What we're hoping to do is build AI systems that can understand disease biology sufficiently to design medicines straight into clinic. So ultimately, to have a system where you can tell it the disease, you can tell it what's wrong, and it will design you a medicine and ideally a cure for that treatment.
Now, the key to the success of any AI model, a specialist AI model, is a vast database. What is it that you're feeding into it in order to have any hope that it can achieve that aim?
So the starting premise of Basecamp was that we don't know anywhere near enough about the vast majority of life on Earth. So far more than 99% of life on Earth is completely unknown. 70% of everything we know is from 5 species. And so Basecamp set out to change this. We've built partnerships in 28 countries, 150 different locations. It is, the rainforest, the Arctic, volcanoes, under the ocean, to basically look for the rest of the species. So far, we've discovered over 1 million new species, 10 billion new genes, previously unknown to science, and use them to train huge AI models that are starting to understand evolution, understand life, and to use that to design medicine.
Deliberately daft laddie question. Why do you need to study the history, sometimes the ancient history of other species, in order to get a grasp on human biology?
So in other fields of AI, they train on the entire internet. Okay, so if you want to write a poem with a new AI model, you train on the entire internet and then ask it to write a poem. You don't train on 100,000 poems. And so the analogy is same here. So if we train on the internet of life, the Wikipedia of life on Earth effectively, if we can understand that, we can access that, then these models, they have amazing ability to learn and to generate new ideas from having learned enough of that information.
To be clear, though, it is a bet, isn't it? You can't be sure until the results come out the other end.
That's exactly the point, and that's why we're so excited with the results we've released today. So this is the first AI model, we've called it Eden, that designs therapeutic candidates directly from a disease prompt in lots of different disease areas. So this is cancer, genetic disease, autoimmune disease, infections, where you basically type in something to do with the disease and out comes a therapeutic candidate. And most excitingly of all, in all the lab tests we've run, it has a near 100% success rate at designing something that works first time in the lab.
Anyone who's used AI, even rather basically as part of a search engine, will know the danger of what is called hallucination, but in other words, what looks like a plausible answer and it turns out to be nonsense. Do you have that same risk?
For us, it's not a risk. For us, it's a super exciting invention, right? So a plausible answer that sounds good, sounds realistic, and could work. When we test them in the lab and you get near 100% success, honestly, if it's developing new antibiotics that we've never seen before, don't know anything like we've ever heard of, but they're working, what matters for the patient, what matters for humanity is that it's working.
You are a UK startup. Is this one of those stories where Britain will do the thinking, but instantly it will be bought by a US giant?
No, I think the UK is going to lead in the domains of AI. So the UK is uniquely specialist at both the AI side of it, plus the hard scientific domains. So in places like quantum, fusion, biology, healthcare, I think the UK has a real shot at leading the way. NVIDIA has been an incredible partner. We've had partners from all over the world. We've had partners from different parts of Europe, different parts of the US, who've helped us to do this work. But ultimately, this is a British invention, and we're a British company, and we're very proud of that. but we do have to learn and to leverage the expertise that we can access from around the world.
Dr. Oliver Vince, congratulations, co-founder of Basecamp Research. Thank you for joining us from San Francisco.
Thank you.